DJ Kid.
Kay sigla ng gabi, lahat ay kay saya. Ito ang atin ng manok na tinod.
Let's welcome our host Sir Alberto Avira aka Tata Bert.
Hello, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone. After 3 days of day off, I'm quite relieved and rejuvenated to be facing you again to have this views exchanging and whatever is important to all of us. But for me, the very first that I have to be is important is to thank God that we survived despite of this hardships and calamities, especially this pandemic situation. Though Philippines is always hit by calamities, but people are built strong and have a determination to recover, to stand up again, a bangon Pilipino. Kahit ano mangyari, tayo ay maging malusog at maging matatag sa ating mga layunin, lalong-lalo na sa pagtulong sa ating pamilya. Ang pandemic ay hindi special, kundi pangkaraniwan lang sa atin. Hindi lang bagyo, baha, whatever that would come to us, we could endure because we are built for that. And still, we could be smiling again. Okay, we cry a lot when there's nobody, but we keep that to ourselves and we manage to get back to our feet again. So, goodbye 2020. You have made a good impression. The year to be remembered, a very distinct year for everybody and all of us. So, here we go again. We come back to our feet and making every ends meet that we could hold onto it in order for the perseverance that we are aspiring in our lives. So thank God that we have the health and courage and determination that no matter what, we cannot just cry and cry, but we cry because we are hurt, because we are desperate, we have nothing, but crying will not solve the problem. We have to stand up and accept reality, do something, because God always helps those who help themselves. So think of that. Think of yourself. You have been sick, you have so many problems, but here you are again. So that is the blessing from God, that God is always watching us. He will always be there in times of need. In so many ways, He will not be appearing to you face to face, but God is looking to every one of us. That's why we are healthy and strong, that we have to wake up every day and thanking God again. So much for our spiritual needs, but there are some also happenings and farmers like this year. This week, I received a copy from the judgment from the court about the court ruling and the concerning farmers election in the 2019 or 2018. Yeah, that the last election in last September 2019 was uncontested, and the Defendant were the FAMAS directors headed by Cesar Manuel, and the implied parties is written here: Royal Bank of Canada, Ruben Matienzo, Romeo Valenzuela, Antonio Pascual, and Dick Dahero. So the decision was made that the election was null and void. So the the parties concerned that they were defeated has to be declared winner by default. So this copy represents that since the incoming board is not inducted yet, and besides, with this situation, the pandemic, there's no gathering, there's no face-to-face meeting, but we could also always do it and via satellites or camera or video or Zoom, the most practiced one, and every community is doing, every association is being practiced now. That's good. So, but responsibilities has to go on since the incoming board is not have taken the oath to be ready for assuming the responsibility. So the Constitution says, in case of the current board is will be incapacitated, meaning they are not ready or not will and not able to assume responsibility yet, the Board of Trustees will take the reins of FAMAS. So Dick Dahiro requested me to get the keys of the FAMAS building from Cesar Manuel, the outgoing president, and I have it with me. And tonight, we tried to check what was in there, if there is something to be done, or to be clean, or whatever. But the FAMAS was clean and orderly. But of course, we have to do the inventory, so some details has to be taken. But so far, there's no use on making the turnover because there was no formal turnover yet, only the key that was given to us. So we will start from there. So, but it was not clear that we have the key, we could enter, but there is an alarm system in the building. So when you enter, you have to put a password so the alarm will be shut off while you are occupying the space. But incidentally, no one would give us the password. I'm surprised. They have been in and out on that building, especially Bert Suarez. She said she doesn't have the password, but she could turn over the key. How could she enter the building if she doesn't have the password? He has to refer still to Ramon Vicente. Well, the confused, the hardship was done, so thank her that she made her point that she has to do that hardship in turning the keys or the giving the right password for the alarm. So, but we managed. So before the police would come, we already went to the police instead and asked the permission that we have to enter the building, but there is an alarm and we don't have the password. So if the alarm will come, if the alarm will sound, the police would come, but we have been already in the process. So to explain outside that we don't have the password. So upon entering the building, no, okay, the alarm system company called that who are you? So we introduced ourselves and we told the situation that we don't have the password. So she's really kind, and she accommodate us. So they give us the number to call, or they give us the email address so we could send our request, our name, and our designation. So she could forward the password. Fine, it's clear and easy. Okay, no harm done, because but the outgoing directors has really made the point that they are not willing to cooperate. So, but we manage. I hope she is listening to this, because whether she would like to sabotage or what, maybe not at all, but it seems to be like that. But maybe we are just assuming. Maybe, hopefully, it's not their intention. So how is this? But everything fine. So we were there. We checked everything. Of course, uh, the place was clean, but of course, as I've said, we will find that out because we will have the inventory after this pandemic. Hopefully, that will be some people will be allowed to enter, or maybe 3 or 4 people to make the inventory, and so we could start the management. And there are some few things maybe to be changed, especially the bulletin board. So I am okay. Thank you, listeners. Okay, I've been talking too much about farmers, but I will not forget you that you are flashing your name there. Thank you. Merry Christmas and everybody. Because maybe I have some special announcement maybe tonight, because we people really like chances and believe, and the chances, swerte that we would like to have. So I will be introducing some Chinese belief that what they are preparing every new year, that they will hoping for a good uh, value in life for the coming 2021. So, but for now, I would like to acknowledge our regular viewers that flashing here, that there also some thumbs up, hello, Merry Christmas. Thank you, everybody. Especially my grandchildren in the Philippines. Now, yeah, speak of my grandchildren, you see, uh, because charity always begins at home. So, I may have a few dollars less, but I still have to share with my grandchildren. For me, I used to nothing. But my grandchildren don't believe that I don't have anything. So, working for the past 60 years and you have nothing? Believe me, I have nothing. But I have to share whatever I have, a few dollars left. But why do I need money? Because if I know my grandchildren are needing more than what I need. So what if I don't have? Life will still go on, because I'm lucky here. Here in my neighborhood, the Jewish community, they have shared their. I have a hot meal. I have some canned goods. I have some fruits. Sometimes cookies and ice cream. What more could I ask? Life is good here in Canada. So when it is good, please don't forget to thank the Lord Provider. So that's it. So are you having fun with this statement? I know you're enjoying life here. Maybe we cannot compare our life to other Caucasians who have not to used to these calamities and hardship, especially this pandemic situation. But we Filipinos, this is nothing. This is just regular for us. Okay, we don't have that face-to-face gatherings, but we could manage. how to amuse ourselves. We could sing, we could dance, we could make our exercise inside the building, or maybe watching the theatrical movie or comedy or sports, whatever. We are manageable people. We know how to control our emotions. Of course, we know what is missing in us, but one thing good for us is that we are contented with what we have because we strive hard. So we just thank whatever we have because anything that we don't have, God knows it doesn't belong to us. So that means whatever we have, that is what God has provided us, and we have to be thankful again and again and again. That's why we are healthy, we are strong, and we are formidable to any situation, in any gatherings, in any calamities, whatever. We are healthy and strong. Age doesn't matter. Just a number. Of course, my compatriots, most of them are gone, but they leave a good impression. They leave their legacy because those compatriots we have implanted a good impression that Filipinos are reliable, dependable. That's why we are always in demand all over the world. Filipinos is always welcome and always the preference, especially the caregivers, the seafarers. Name one ship running in the whole ocean of the world without Filipinos. Filipinos are all over the world because we are reliable, we are dependable, we serve truthfully to the hard-earned money that we receive from our employees. So God bless us. That's why we are happy wherever we are, and thank God we will be surviving again, and we have to welcome the 2021. This is a good blessing because hardship is nothing anymore. Whatever will be, and this 2021, we are always prepared because the 2020 have given us a good preparation and lesson that these are just maybe a close call, but no matter what, we will be facing it squarely and dependably that we are ready to face any consequences, but hopefully not, but abundance and real because what will be worse than 2020? Nothing, because after 2020, everything will follow prosperity and happiness and global rejoice for recovery after this pandemic worldwide. Thank God we survived and will be wiser in every encounter of hardship that we'll be facing because we have endured these consequences so much. Most of us have suffered for the first time like this, but we enjoyed, and we have to thank God for giving us the strength and durability of our not only our soul but with body too, because that is the temple of our soul. So a strong body begets a stronger soul. So we have to be grateful and thanking God again and again. So, because 2021 is a promising year, this is I assured everybody, because nothing will be worse than 2020. So, After the wars, of course, comes the glorious year for a change. That we have to be ready to accept and rejoice ourselves because those were the days that we suffer. Now is the time for us to enjoy the moment of the presence of God now and then, and always be ready to hear His blessings that showered on us every day and every moment of our life. Yes, Jello, you are flashing there. Is there any comments? Could you come? Please join me. Otherwise, I have this boring demonstration. I believe in Chinese that to welcome New Year, in order to be prosperous as the year's promise, uh, this said, prepare a bowl and filled with rice, half or maybe a quarter, and then put the eggs, because 12 eggs, because that 12 symbolizes the 12 months of the year. Okay, I will do it in demonstration. Okay, here it is. Yeah, the bowl of rice, and there. So the rice is the Asian nutritional food, and then so this is represents the year, the life of every community as Filipinos, or not even every person. So with this rice, you put the 12 eggs all around. Yeah. And then that represents the 12 months of the year. So you have 12 eggs. And then, because prosperity always goes with money. So you have also to put 12 coins, any coins, maybe a dollar, a dime, a quarter. So put it there, and anyway, so in any position, it could be lying down or sideways, whatever. So long as you have 12. Okay, so that's it. Because that's what they said. You will be lucky for the coming 2021. So yes, at least we follow. So that's the and then, but Cohen's doesn't count much. So they said it would be needed that paper money will be count. A loose change paper money. So here we are. So 12 pieces of 12 money. Okay. Maybe Philippine peso or American dollar or whatever. Oh, I have even here this Chino Seng francs. Okay, okay, this is Philippine peso. Okay, and oh yeah, I have 500, and of course I needed 12. So what you do is roll that and then put it, you tie it, and then press down in between the eggs, maybe Canadian dollar, and then mix with the US dollar, and then Philippine peso, of course. Okay. A bit. Or maybe a bigger denomination, like 50. Like, yeah, 50. Just roll it that and bury it in the rice between the eggs. Okay, there goes the sweetie that you have been waiting for this 2021. So, as the Chinese believe that all these things you have to keep it on the center of your dining table, or preferably on the entrance of the door, that the moment you enter your house, it is there greeting you that the promise will be fulfilled as it is believed, and wishing everybody will have a good New Year 2021 that we will be enjoying. If this not will happen, we appreciate it again because we made an effort. The mere fact that you tried, that is already a success. So, health is number one. The mere fact that you're enjoying and laughing with me, believing or not, but it's just for, it was for prestigious belief that maybe it's not true. But what could you lose? You have your moment to laugh. You have to enjoy. So keep this in our doorsteps, door entrance, or preferably at the middle of our dining table. And every day, keep it that way until New Year. So let's have enjoy and hoping this belief would come through. But the mere fact that we have done, it is already succeeding. So thank God that we have this opportunity. So back to our sweet nothing discussion. Well, maybe not so much the Filipinos believe on that, only much of the Chinese, but we have that culture also. Even our forefathers who are pagans, but they have also belief and spirit that will be giving them good luck in their lives because they believe it. Because true or not, your belief satisfies you because you have done what is being told to you, and obedience is already success of your life. Following the tradition or uh, culture back to our pagan origins, because the aborigines of the Philippines are the Aitas, the Negritos, and they don't call it God, but they believe in power of the spirit. The spirit, they believe, they don't call it God, but the spirit. So whatever it is, because God is whatever name would be, they are still God. So That's how it is. So the important thing is you have done your part, and the, the the blessings that will shower to you will not be that sudden, but eventually it's pouring to you because you have elevated your spirit, that hoping is already a success that you have done to your life, because a person without is lost their hope is not entitled to live, because while you are still while living, there's always a hope. So there. Okay, here's come our break time, because at least the instruction here that this media has given me a good chance to have a breather. So I would like to you to patronize our sponsors, that Chipapa, because uh, the only thing I got is what a crispy pata. It's very good. Chipapa is the number one. Have a sweet, palatable crispy pata in town that I have tasted. So please patronize them, especially this New Year. Ordered two crispy pata, and that will be equivalent to one big blitzon already. So enjoy, and farmers will be open again, so when this pandemic close is over, and because new set of directors is coming in. But for the meantime, the board of trustees will man the farmers until such time the incoming board will be inducted and be ready, and the strict regulation of protocols of the pandemic has to be observed. So we have to do our own way of making a celebration and service to the community has not to be interrupted. So by any means, make your appointment with farmers. If it is an emergency, you could always call farmers, or if there's nobody answer, you could call any directors, or maybe some volunteers may be showing again anytime this month, January. So for now, we have to be satisfied whatever we have. We know more than that, but you cannot be wanting what you don't have, but to uh, be adjustable to the things that what is around us. And so here we are. Thank you that you have that patience again. Once in a while, okay, you could make any comments, any suggestion. It will be interesting. And this year that I made a demonstration, make it, try it. Who knows? There's nothing harm in trying. If there will be showered of prosperity or blessings, so be it. But the mere fact that you are doing it, have fun. Because that is just part of the show, and it could demonstrate something good, or may have a good result. But why? Do it. So we will be sharing each other, and maybe when we meet each other, you said, "Oh, Tata Bert, you're a fool." So what? Am I not? I have just seen this recently in a program here on the TV also. So I'm just passing around. This is not my original version. I just copied what is shown and passing out to everybody. Who knows, it might have a good effect. And maybe you have your own version. Why don't you come up and show it to the public? Because sharing, that is the life of the show. and sharing. That is the life of his soul, of every member of the community. That is how we communicate, because we could have a laughter, we could exchange ideas, we could learn from each other. So be it. Please do something to alleviate the anguish, the mental torture that we were enduring those days of this pandemic. Find ways and means in order to eliminate or lessen or cut off these sufferings in our head and our health. We have to amuse ourselves with something else. We have to keep our mind preoccupied with something else, not of thinking of hardship, because whether we cry and cry, it won't change at all. But the best thing for us to be ready, be strong, and find a ways in order to conquer the sufferings that we have enduring and this almost a year already. So, in fact, it is a whole year already. So, but hopefully, and everybody is hoping that 2021 will be totally different year, and we will be back to our not the new normal but the real normal of and our situation in the society that we are been enjoying for the past years and years and here in Canada and also at home on all over the world, back to the real normal, not the new normal. So hopefully just pray and thank whatever consequences that we will endure, but we have to be ready and accept the consequences that we have to face and be ready all the time. To be ready is to be healthy and durable mentally and physically. That is how we fight the COVID-19. That pandemic will just be a history. So the end is near. The 2020 is almost finished. That means goodbye COVID. Welcome 2021, a new prosperity and a new life and our situation that will be coming soon, and everybody will be enjoying again and again, because that was we miss laughter and exchanging pleasantries face to face. Of course, especially our traditional, the Bodol fiesta that everybody enjoy it. Hopefully, sooner or later, we'll back to the situation and we could be back real Filipino traditions in eating our delicacies hand in hand with sweet angel and the taste of our saliva and perspiration that we have been doing that since early days of our lives. And we enjoy that. We are healthy and we will be stronger and stronger every day when we have that bodol. So that may be not become a history, because we will be repeating that again and again after this pandemic. So we can say, as I said again, goodbye 2020. You made history and that will be written as history. Hopefully not to be repeated, though this history has to be repeated, but hopefully not the COVID-19. Maybe in some other forms, but not worse than this. I'm glad that the host never get tired of me. I was thinking that maybe I should stop making this exchanging ideas and but so long as they cannot find any substitute for me, I still have to enjoy it because maybe also I also enjoy. So it's a symbiosis. We give and take. So, but so far there is no response because in any conversation, somebody has to comment. Yes, somebody has to say yes or no. But if they want just me to keep talking, so I'll do it until you get tired of me. And say you could still say to the host, you could, okay, and after the birth, you could rest. Hopefully someday would be, I could find some replacement and I will be enjoying watching also. But for now, so I have to endure these things and I still be enjoying it while this thing lasts. So the moment is near that 2020 will be history. And yeah, speaking of 2020, other than the COVID, what are your memories? Because in every event, if there is a good show, there must be a bad part of it. Likewise, if there's a COVID may give a bad impression, maybe in some ways it creates also good impression. What is it? Because I'm not the only living in this studio. You are all listening. You could suggest something. You could name one that will amuse somebody or could be thought-provoking questions that why is it? Please do something because I need somebody to have a reaction also. I know you are all intelligent people, so maybe you just like to laugh on it. So if you are prefer that way, so I will enjoy this moment. But I promise you, maybe on the 30th, I will be having some guests or some messages from the headquarters of Knights of Rizal and some program because I was intending also three boys or three knights will be reading alternately the last farewell of Dr. Rizal. I know most of you still remember Rizal, I guess. You may be Canadian, but you could always look at the mirror that you are still a Filipino because facial is not just the reason to be a Filipino. It will be on your heart because you could be decorated, you could be swimming in your wealth, but your spirit will always still remain as a Filipino. That's one thing about the spirit. It never grows old and always vibrant and ready to face challenge, whatever it is. That is the spirit that makes your body strong if you are always willing. Because what it says, spirit is willing, but the body is weak. But it's up to you how these things would coordinate each other. Because mind always control the body, but the spirit may be strong, but the body may be weakened. So adjustment has to be made. Acceptance of the situation has to be ready, because you cannot just depend on your will. When your body is weak, you have to accept it. So that's how the cycle of life, because you are just a finite being. You are not an infinite being. So a finite has an ending. A finite as is just a passing. So being one is an acceptance to the creations that we are just passing, and we have to do our own part in serving God, as what has given to us has to be performed. Because in the sequence of the intelligence, God gave each and every one of us has his own task, has his own version of existence. If God has given you to discover the cure of the COVID-19, and you just do it, believe me, you will be responsible for that talent that given to you, and you don't make insert what is it intended for. But each and every one of us has his own talents and has his own journey to travel and task to perform. So let's think of that. Why is he scientist one? I'm not, because you are not created for that task only. So the important thing is do your job, because like some material things, you will be asking God, why is he got more than I have? Because what he got is not for you. What you have now is not what is for you. So, so just thank God in order to for you to be happy that you are alive and doing your part in this temporary world. So that's how it is. That's life. So enjoy while you can, and serve God the best you can, and believe you will be happier than anyone else, because happiness is one's satisfaction. Because if you are not satisfied, or if you will never be satisfied, that's the hardest part for an individual. If he cannot be contented of what he got, that the man will be the loneliest man you could be if you are not happy what you have. As what they say, you have to count your blessings. Not, don't count what you don't have, because what you don't have, you cannot count it because it's not for you. That's how to console yourself. Oh, I'm the most fortunate man because I don't have their problem. What I have is a peace of mind and happy, while they have a lot of things but they are not happy. So, so that's what they say. Count your blessings, and you are the happiest man in the world. Because if you see, oh, thank God, I have a dozen of eggs. So that means I have food for the whole week. Where could I find this? It is the blessings of God that I have these things, because through your effort, because God will not just deliver you an egg if you don't exert effort. So that's how it is. You have to earn what is good for you, because you cannot just stand and wait and reap the blessings. No way for that, Papa. So thank God that we have this conversation, and time and again, uh, visit the Lord. Take time to thank Him. Take time. Talk to Him. How do you talk to God? Is through meditation, because you don't have to go to Vatican, to Rome, to talk to God. in any place in your play, any place you have your meditation. No matter how heavy the traffic is, but you still could talk to him. The mere fact that you remember him and talk to him with your heart, God is always listening. The response may not immediate, but God heard every prayer that being uttered with sincerity. So, back to normal. Hopefully, this 1921, everybody is preparing for this glorious moment again, uh, when the vaccine is available for everybody. Because as I was asking Marvin Rotran, this vaccine, is it a cure or is it a preventive? And he got a good answer, because the vaccine for this COVID-19 is a cure and prevention. Because like flu, vaccine for the flu, I was thinking maybe this is a special one, because flu vaccine was available. It is free for the seniors. Then it is a prevention. So every year, I don't notice that much, because I could get it free, and it's just automatic. Every time I get my plane ticket, I have to get a flu vaccine, and everything goes smoothly. And especially this my maintenance. It so happened accidentally, just I arrived Philippines December, and then back almost August already, more than 7 months. So of course I ran out to my maintenance. So and I was really surprised, what with maintenance or not in the Philippines, I'm more healthier as ever, because maybe of the sunshine, or is it the food that we eat, because of the nourishment, because we eat lots of fish and fresh vegetables, because and chickens, because chickens there is not adulterated, no chemical food mostly. Uh, that's how it is, because natural food is not adulterated, like the pork here or the chicken. They could make 3 months uh, chicken is big already, but what is the nutritional value? So because they grown a lot because of that artificial feed. So that's what they said. Some nutritionists say that because this artificial feed of these chickens and pork or even cow are not real food. It's just artificial. You could, yeah, like some. I remember in Los Baños before, when the first miracle rice was introduced, that within 3 months you could harvest the rice. So it also the same effect as the other food that is being produced by through medication, through nutritional injection, or through chemicals that being mixed to the fertilizer that's being grow fast. But in the Philippines, fruits are real fruits, because no chemicals, unless there are some big plantations like pineapple or dole and bukidnon, because so much the fruits are there. Then mangoes are being adulterated with chemicals, because the fertilizers could bear fruits within 3 months, and so it's not natural food. It's just only the chemicals that make the plants bear fruits early. But those plants will not last, unlike the ordinary trees that would last for years and years. But this chemical treated plants will not last long. So as the fruits are very good, and in the face, but the nutritional value is the meanest. But that's how it is. That's business is helping business. So if they could do that in the plant, so as the earth, it's like they would gamble the future of the earth, like mining, atomic testing, the game war, the logging, the illegal loggings, the nudity, the quarrying, the digging of the river. So everything has to be controlled by the incomes of the merchandisers and the rich people, because like, oh well, how many tons of sand before they could get a drop of oil, but they are doing it. So destroying the mountains just to produce a drop of oil. And how many trees has to be cut off to manufacture a diaper for a kid? So they don't care about the earth. So for us inhabitants, please wake up and enjoy the moment of the blessings of the earth that's given us. Don't let's stop our government. Let them conscious that money doesn't solve the problem at all. It is the nature that has to provide its inhabitants in this earth. So I would say again, thank you for listening, and the moment has come that so we have to say goodbye to 2020. This cannot be worse than anything else, but we will be remembered as you are one. Hopefully, the coming of the 2021 will be a joyous one, as I have promised, as the prediction prepared that 2020 is a history and 2021 is a glorious year. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat. Hopefully, you will not get tired of me. So, we'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, good morning, good evening. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Sana makipagbatian kayo, makipagdaldalan kayo. See something. I know you have a very important message also to share. So, God bless you. Maraming salamat. Good night, good morning. Aloha, bonjour, and goodbye.
Isipan sa aking pagmayroon Ipulat ang pagkakagigit Aking hilir mapupuspong At ang hamon ay makukuwi sa pag-uong